It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears under the lights on Thursday night.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Well, the snow is certainly coming down as we get things teed up here in Chicago. And here we go from Chicago. Here's a return from the 7. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Wilson now from the gun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Wilson out of the pistol. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
We send a man in motion. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's on the move. He'll make a big play on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Gets this to Johnson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On play action now, Wilson. Finds his target, Robinson. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. A handoff to Tracy. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked 1st overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he could run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Swift gets it, going left. And he's cut after a gain of about 2. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They have second and pretty long here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be third and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Still fighting forward. TJ Moore! And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears finish off their opening drive. TJ Moore, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bears one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Gray now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Russ now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And they bring him down around the 34. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On first down, it's Wilson. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Giants lined up with a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pass cut by Tracy. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Russ is cooking again. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants get some late points and the lead. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. That's more of the catch out left. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll come up 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. On target to his man Zacchaeus. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
It's taken in by Romadunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. A final throw before the break. Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Tyler Scott now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the 2nd half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Swift hauls it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Williams. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
End, but even the shortest and simplest of throws will find a drop at some point, too.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Williams will look to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First down, here's Russ. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10 from the 41. Russ setting to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set, and at the line, the quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Russ off the play fake. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself. But he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Wilson now off the play action. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this third down. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on third, Wilson. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. A tight end in motion now. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he only gets a little here, down inside the 35. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Now Wilson on the play fake. Taken in by Bellinger. And they had that one contained right at the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They send the tight end in motion. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gano ready to send this away. Scott now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now here's Williams. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll go left side with Tracy. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Russ now from the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motioning him from the slot right. Handoff for Robinson, running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running this with Tracy. And this one doesn't go far. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Has his man, it's Tracy. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Bears football. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Setting up to pass. Has the connection to Odunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 from the 41. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. He's running with it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Here he is to throw. Escape. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Throwing now. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. He's got him, that's Swift. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Oh, nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Well covered on that play. Really not.
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Wilson now. He finds Johnson. It's a gain of 22. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Wilson now from the gun. Gets this to Slayton. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's Tracy on the carry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Tracy once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. So everything comes down to this from Graham Gano. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. His kick is drifting, and it's no good. Just couldn't get it inside of that left upright. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
No matter how that kick was going to go, Kate, there was going to be elation on one side, an absolute heartbreak on the other, and that's what makes for a memorable finish and one heck of a game we got to watch.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee and the seconds tick away towards a win. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And in a game that the weather certainly made a throwback, these teams fought it out at that line of scrimmage. Points were hard-earned, each yard was hard-earned. Everything about this win, Brock, earned down there in the cold and snow. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Chicago.